So I went to the sheriff's office yesterday, which was Saturday the 17th, and nobody could help me for some reason to get the paperwork that they supposedly tried to serve on me the day before, on Friday the 16th when they kicked in my door. They gave the lady at the call box gave me a number to SOCOM or something like that. Anyway, I called them and I went back to Anderson and Starbucks and called them and found out that was the Anderson police, and I made sure that I didn't talk to anybody except somebody in charge, and it was a Sergeant Blunt or some. I'll have to remember or find out where that name is, but it was definitely a sergeant. He was very seemed agitated with me, seemed rude. He seemed like he wanted to talk over me, belittle me, kind of just keep repeating himself over and over again. He at one point he kept saying the same word over and over to make me shut up, and he told me that there was no record that they had ever been called for an assist for anything from the sheriff's department, which I know is a lie. And I found that kind of odd that he said that because my neighbor said that they had been coming out for 3 or 4 days with the Anderson Police Department, and he was just in total like, no matter what I said, I got videos of the officers saying that they were in my house, they were there, and he says, "Oh well, maybe." And then when I try to tell him what happened, he says, "Well, maybe they had the right to do that." And he started to explain to me all these different kind of warrants that might be out there and how they can kick in your doors. And basically what I felt like was either he totally didn't know what was going on and he doesn't know, like maybe that's the reason why maybe that's why the people under him act the way they do, because he's in charge, and he basically treated me like I was just one of the just a bum on the street, that I had no rights. And at the very end of our conversation, I ended up hanging up on him because it was just so dysfunctional. But I mean, he tried to help me, and I think he tried to help me, but it was just no matter what I would tell him, how what they said to me, how I have it on video. He said he didn't care. It was on YouTube. He said it didn't matter, and he kept saying there was no record that they had ever been called for any help to serve any papers on anyone from the sheriff's department, which is totally not true. And and he didn't seem to care about any of it. And I was just like feeling like I'm talking to the wrong people. I need to talk to the attorney. I need to talk to someone in charge, because this guy had no sense of what was right or wrong. And like this was just a normal thing that I'm supposed to just accept. But um, yeah, that's pretty much how that went. And I'm just making a video of what happened, how I tried to go to the sheriff's department. I called the number that they gave me to talk to a sergeant. That didn't get me anywhere. It seemed like he was just trying to protect the people at the Anderson Police Department by saying that they were never called. They were never, he has no record of it. He didn't know anything about why they were here. He didn't know anything. He just kept putting it all back on me, like I'm supposed to do all the work. Then he says, then what was really weird was I told him, your officers told me to go to the sheriff's department. And then because he was telling me on the phone, this sergeant, that no, you have to go to the courthouse now. You have to go into the courthouse. And the reason okay, first of all, the reason I called him was because I was too afraid to deal with the people that kicked in my door. So I've been living in my car since that happened, sleeping up at Walmart. And I've been afraid to come back because the guy said that he had evidence that I said that I had threatened the lives of child support workers. And it freaks me out to even be in this apartment thinking that they can just come in and kick in my door. I can't sleep. I've been up for 3 days. But anyway, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh God, I forgot what I was gonna say. But let me try to remember what I was gonna say. Um, but basically, I felt like this guy didn't care. He was trying to cover. I mean, maybe he wasn't covering up, because I don't know if he even knows. But his whole attitude was really bad, because it was just like we weren't there. There's no record of us being there. They might have had he kept saying warrant to do what they did to kick in your doors. And I said, I have video of your officers saying that it's not a warrant. It's the civil division of the sheriff's deputy, or the sheriff's department. It's civil. Your wife filed a restraining order against you, and they're trying to give you the papers. And that's what, and then this guy, the sergeant, just kept coming back with, um, oh, and then I told him, they told me to go to the sheriff's department. And he's like, no, you need to go to the courthouse. And what I was trying to do was avoid this situation again with these overzealous cops trying to kick in my place without a warrant, without anything from the courts. If it's, and I'm trying to tell them that your own officers are telling me that this is a civil matter my with my wife. And anyway, I'm just making this video so that it's documented with my attorneys or whoever needs to know what's happening. Okay, thank you.